Grading inside of Schoology is very similar no matter what type of an assignment the students have been given, whether it's Kami, Google Drive, or just a regular Schoology assignment. So there's lots of different ways that you can get to grading that particular assignment. On the right-hand side in the reminders area, it will tell you if you have ungraded assignments. Now, we've not been grading inside of Schoology this year, so that's why there's so many ungraded items right now, but they will be there. You'll receive notifications when students submit things inside of the class, if you choose to receive those notifications, and so you can also be notified that way. You could go to the gradebook over here, and you can select the assignment from inside of the gradebook. And again, not really using it this year, I could click on this assignment and it will show me that student's assignment. So any cell that has that little icon next to it that looks like a page, that is a designation that that student has submitted something. So there's a few different ways that you can get to it, but I tend to like to go straight into the folder itself and click on the assignment, because a lot of times we want to be able to see what the students are doing as they're working on it. And so Schoology allows us to see that progress while they are working, even before they've turned anything in. Now this is a good example because this is a class that has two sections that have been linked together, and so you can see that I could go to either class depending on what I wanted to see. And this first tab is just the assignment tab, and it's just going to have a link out to the, in this case, the Google slide that was attached for the students to complete. You have your In Progress tab where you can go through and you can see students who are in progress, and again I can switch back and forth. Oops, sorry, that jumped on me. I can switch back and forth between the two groups that I have linked together here, and you see that I can see their slides right there on the page. If a student has not even opened up the assignment yet, it's going to come up like this. Okay, but anyone that has, you'd be able to see it in action as they're working on it, and you always have this option here to open it. It's jumping on me a little bit while it loads that slide. You have the option here to open it in a new tab, so if you wanted to see it bigger. Okay, I still can comment on the slide or make edits inside of here because it is collaborative at this point between the teacher and the students. All right, but then once someone has submitted things, they pop over onto this tab here. So here's where I can see the submissions. And there's a few different filters. Each time it loads that, it kind of jumps a little bit. But I can always pick the section. And for the filters, you can choose between graded, needs grading, late, or on time. Okay, and if more students had turned it in, then they would all be listed here as well. And I could just kind of click through them and get to each student. I can open it in a new tab here. As you saw before, I can flip through all the slides and take a look at their work, making comments if I need to, okay, adding comments in there if I chose to. But when I'm ready to grade it, I simply click here, and this is the icon, I guess that you'll call it, that you'd be looking for no matter what type of an assignment you've given them. Whether it's a Kami assignment, whether it's just a regular Schoology assignment, you're always going to see something that looks like this, blank out of, and then the number of points that it's worth. When you click on it, then you have the option of putting in a grade for that particular student. So maybe they earned a 98%. I can put a comment in here if I choose to, and if I do put a comment in here, then I would check this box if I want the student to see it. You can put comments in just for yourself, like maybe it was late, and so just as a reminder for yourself that it was, a day or two late, so if I don't check this box, then the students and the parents will not see that comment. But if I do check that box, then they will be able to see it. Okay, so that's it. That's all I need to do. I hit save, and now it's been graded. That student would be notified that they received a grade, and that grade is immediately now posted into the gradebook. So let's pop back over to the gradebook. And I'm switching over because, oops, sorry about that. I have to switch over to my other class because this student was in the second section that has been linked here. And you see that the grade is there. Okay, and comment that I wrote and I chose to display it to the student, they're both there as well. Okay, so I like to just post the grade right as I'm viewing the student's work. Alternatively, I could view the student's work and then come back over here and enter a score inside of these cells, but I just like to put the score on it while I can see their assignment. So like I said, it's basically the same whether you're using Kami or a Google Drive assignment or just a regular Schoology assignment. The process for grading them is all pretty much the same.